Hi there boys and girls, Brucey here, just doing a very quick first thoughts on the Line 6 Helix. Literally just got it out of the box, literally just had a play with it, had a little play in the shop as well. I just thought I'd do a view of my first impression. And wow, I am really impressed, first of all, at how it sounds. Now, let me explain for any of you who watched the unboxing video, what I've done here is, you may look at my channel and go, wow, you're a big advocate of the atomic amplifier. I am, totally. That is an awesome piece of gear. I love it. I've done many gigs with it now. So why am I changing? Well, if I could keep both, I probably would keep both, because it's a great little unit. It has some great amp models in there. Really clever the way it works, really clever the functionality. But if we're brutally honest, what swayed me now to switch over to the Helix is it sounds great as well. It sounds fantastic. It sounds great, it sounds amazing. Here I've got the Fender. With some overdrive there. So yeah, I love the amplifier. I've gigged with the amplifier. You've seen my rigs before with the amplifier and the MIDI moves, but you probably noticed I did use other pedals. It's just me. I've got to, be completely honest. It's just the way I like to work. I like the amplifier. The menu system was kind of logical, but it was not in a gig situation. Sometimes to delve into menus if you wanted to make a quick change was a little bit tricky. And again, the kind of person I am, I'm not the most prepared person in the world. Sometimes I like to be spontaneous. I like to change things up regularly. I don't sometimes stick to a patch. I find patches quite limiting sometimes, because I might just want to change something, tweak something. And of course you can do that with the amplifier, and in terms of the amp controls, really easy to do. But when I saw one or two videos on the Helix, I was like, wow, that really appeals to me, being able to have some patches down below and then touch whatever button you touch, the controls for that come up and you can change them. I don't think, that's my first impression. The user interface isn't it? Well, my first impression, it sounds good. Got a couple of patches already that I like. I like the way that you can select between patch mode and preset mode by a button. Obviously, you've probably all seen my videos on the TC Nova system. Again, you can do that there. I never really thought of it as a failing, the long press, but I like that. It's just a nice little thing just to be able to quickly change and then switch around your presets. Again, if you're watching this isn't a review video, this is just my first thoughts out of the box. So yes, love the interface, love the way you can easily change patches. I love the way you can move pedals around in the blocks. You can move this really simple. It's the simplicity that gets me, and I'm a simple person. So yeah, that really appeals to me. I love the form factor. I love the fact it's got a built-in wire. That's something that I always had slight problems with the atomic amplifier. Yes, I could never really get my expression pedal to work well with it. Again, not a downside. They've addressed that now. There's the Atomic 12. Why didn't I go with that? Well, I couldn't really try it out, and again, you're still stuck with the same menu interface and the editor. Again, this isn't a criticism. It's just the way my brain is wired. The Line 6 appealed to me quite a lot. I love also the fact you can route in some external pedals. Whether or not I'm going to do that, I'm not completely sure yet, but nice to know you can put my favorite distortion in there or whatever into loops. Obviously the LT doesn't have as many, and it doesn't have the mic input. I did toy with the actual Helix, the big one with the mic input. I was really impressed, but I can see loads of potential of things I could do with it, and some of the gear it would do away with for me. But at the end of the day, I'm basically swapping one of these for the other with a few, so it's not costing me too much money, whereas the big boy would probably be a lot. Let me state again as well, this isn't replacing valve amplifiers, although it's it's pretty darn close to I love my valve amps. You've probably seen my videos of my valve amplifiers. But the thing is, I have to think about the kind of gigs that I do a lot of, and they're mostly function, wedding, corporate gigs. Quick loading times are more and more in these days. In 2017, we're up against quick setup times, which I suppose has always been the case, but more and more is sound limiters. Our sound engineer has a complete nightmare, and he's competing with loud drums. He's competing with my loud valve amp to get it cooking in the sweet spot, and he's being told all the time it's got to come down, and there's all these issues. So actually something like this makes it nice and easy. It makes my setup nice and easier. This straight into a monitor, I can adjust my levels. I'm in control of my levels. I haven't got a mic behind me. Everything's in front of me. I like that, and it's a trade-off between that and tone, and I can get close enough with this. I can get close enough with the amplifier to what I like. And actually, again, as I've said in the amplifier review, this makes me want to play guitar. I don't want to be talking to you, I want to be playing guitar. Yeah, I want to be playing guitar more. I want to explore it. It kind of encourages my creativity as well, and that's my big thing, creativity. And also, I love the way that the effects are, being able to change them around, which is something you can't really do on the amplifier. So that was another first impression of this, which is great. Can I compare it with the Axe-Fx and the Kempler? Again, I've had a quick look at those. I think it's the interface for this. Yeah, you can do everything, but I don't need to do everything. And let's put that out there. I'm employed to play guitar. I get employed to teach guitar. And as much as I'd love to spend hours and hours figuring out the sag of power amps and all those kind of parameters and all those millions of mic positions, which of course you can do with the Helix, which you can do a lot of with the amplifier, I need to set my tone up, just like it would be plug in the guitar into an amplifier and go in, because that's where you really get a lot of time to do. A lot of, time is a luxury. It's a big luxury in this business. So having something that works straight out of the box is probably going to save me, or it has done in the past. That's why I did switch to modeling, and I think with this unit it's going to enable me to do work a little bit better. I love the fact it's got a large volume control, so you can see that I could probably even control it with my foot a little bit if I need to just turn up or turn down a little bit. On the amplifier, it's a small knob, you had to bend down and turn it up. Not the end of the world. That's really not a big deal at all, but it's something. I love the multicolored effects buttons. That's really cool. That's going to make life a lot easier, particularly on very, very dark stages. You may have seen my pedal bold and fast. I use aluminum tape, not aluminum tape, fluorescent tape, to see things. But with these, it's kind of obvious what everything is. What else? And of course, you can switch into the patch mode where you can see what your effects are on the screen. That's the thing that's missing from this, and the bigger version is the scribble strips. But sorry, the video cut out there. So yeah, these scribble strips, not a big deal to me. I can notice the colours; they're totally fine for me and my. The other thing, it's got a looper built in, means I might not have to take my looper to gigs, which is great. I'm going to try that out. I tried it out in the shop. It was fine. It was really easy to use. I like the way you switch the looper in, and the other pedals automatically become loop controls. Then you can switch out that, change your sounds, and go back. I think that is really cool as well. So I will do a proper full review and give you all my thoughts and findings, but I just wanted to give you my first impressions. Great piece of gear. Really, really happy with it. Really looking forward to gigging it. I've got quite a few gigs coming up recently, so I'm just going to get some patches sorted out. I watched a quick video the other day about using the snapshots, which I haven't talked about that. The snapshots idea, I haven't got my head around it yet, but from what I saw online, means you could do exactly what I want to do, where you have maybe a bass amp, and then you add in things for different sounds, so your crunch, your lead, and your rhythm sound, and then your clean sound, and then you can add effects on and off for each of those different patches. That's really one of the things that really sold me on this. So watch this space, a review coming soon, and catch you later.